one blast off. Hello, everybody. This is Danny
and Wanda
from the Big Deep South Homestead. We are enjoying our afternoon.
Have been.
As best as we can. It's been cloudy, rainy today. Not rainy, but cloudy all day. Windy. It's supposed to have been rainy, but I think the rain all went north of us. Thank the Lord.
The wind was nice.
Yeah, the wind was really nice today.
We've got one spot in the cabin. I spent most of the day over there with him. If you sit the chair just right between the doors, the wind comes through.
Boy, it just...
And so we're figuring out where we want to put furniture according to the doors being open and wind flow. Hey, Susan and Papa Truck.
Hello, guys.
And so that was one of the reasons behind building an off-grid cabin, is to figure out wind flow and things like that.
Yeah.
Hello, Becky, Craig, Lou,
Firefly, Moonfly, Tammy Henson, Diane, Mama Tried, Eyes to See Ministries. Hello. Yes. Country Homestead Preacher. Hello, Jennifer, and your lovely husband, Papa Truck.
Halfway
is there
home,
again.
Thrifty VG.
Another Kubota Acres.
Yes. New Day Farm, Jacqueline.
Miss
Hello,
Brenda.
White Picket Fence, JP. Dale,
Kane from
Deborah.
Jackson, Mississippi. Or it could be Jackson, Tennessee.
Remo Rose, Florida Homestead. We got a lot of people popping in.
A lot of people popping in here. So, yeah, I mean a lot of people.
And we've been doing a lot of stuff around today.
Man.
Mainly spending time together.
Yeah, but I worked on the cabin most of the day.
Yeah, but I was over there.
You was over there.
I filmed you.
You filmed me. Yeah.
And if y'all want to watch the cabin build, you have to go over to Patreon.
Yeah, you got to go over to Patreon.
And if I can get caught up with the videos.
Really. Plus, we've been putting some climate change videos over on Patreon.
Yeah, he's going to start doing a little of that lately. But sitting over there today, we just decided to spend our time.
Oh, Florida Homestead Preacher turned his life over to the Lord this past Sunday. Amen.
Not Florida Homestead Preacher.
Florida Homesteader. I'm sorry. Florida Homesteader. Amen, brother.
He's already got you preaching now.
I already got you preaching now. It's already in the making, man. You know what I mean? Heck, you might as well join in with us.
Awesome. I love hearing that kind of news.
I love hearing that kind of news.
That's what makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Sue says she just watched the elderberry syrup video when I was notified you were live. Okay, so she's been over at Crazy Days.
As to ministry, see, ministry says I'll be singing up tonight. Signing up tonight, not singing.
On Patreon.
On Patreon, okay. Yeah.
We need to talk to you soon. I sent you a message a while ago. I enjoyed her video this morning we were watching. So if y'all haven't seen Eyes to See
Go sub to Eyes to See Ministry that's on here. One of y'all, Amanda, one of you grab her link and put it up. Or if you want to put your own link up, you are free to do so.
I don't think they can put their own link up.
I don't think they can either, but I think,
it has to be
I think a moderator can do it.
Yeah. Brenda or Mark or Amanda, if y'all can pick up hers.
Mike says it's his birthday today. Happy birthday! I would sing happy birthday to you, but you probably wouldn't want me to.
But Eyes to See Ministry she does some documentaries.
Yes, and some good documentaries.
I have only been, I just watched one of them today and was really, really thrilled with it, and I'm going to get back and watch more. She does an awesome job.
Yeah, see, I actually, hello Ashley, I actually started following Agenda 21 back around,
I've got the paperwork in
You've got all the paperwork where I printed it all out, probably 2008, 7.
I don't know, or before that. Was it before?
It's when I was teaching survival. It was when I was teaching survival. It was after Katrina. I was teaching survival.
2007 or 8. And we have the big...
I got all the paperwork about what they were doing in the beginning.
Yeah, Eyes to See Ministry has a video that went up, I believe, yesterday on Agenda 21, which they're into Agenda 30 and Agenda
50.
No, it's called America.
America. They changed it from Agenda to America.
50.
Yeah, America 50.
Or 2050 or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Hello, Jennifer.
They're swapping names on you, so start paying attention to when they mention America
Say
2050.
America 2050 or America 2030 or whatever.
No, it's called Agenda 2030, but America 2050.
That's right, it is.
That's when they swap the name. They're trying to keep changing things so you don't catch on.
Hello, Scratch Mate. I was just watching your video a while ago about your Kogon grass and your bulbs and stuff like that. I was just watching y'all take that stump up, and I actually left a comment telling you them stumps go down about 6 to 8 foot deep.
And there's Dry Gulch, Miss Sharon.
As to See Ministry says they're making a series on it.
Oh, good.
Off-Grid Prosperity says, hello, guys.
I have not seen that one before, so we'll have to check some of these out.
There's actually some new people who come in on
Gemini
there.
Homestead.
Active Agent.
Yes, hello. And Haywire. Lots of them. New Day. I'm seeing a lot.
I'm having a trouble time getting used to Gemini Homestead.
I know.
I'm so used to the other names.
Denise.
You
hear Denise.
Yeah, I hear Denise.
You hear Gemini. Yeah. I
have to process because there's so many YouTube channels out there and so many subscribers.
And we know you by your first name, and then we have to learn the YouTube name. Or either we already know you by your YouTube name, and then when we meet you, it's hard to remember your real name. There's your daughter.
Well, I said hello a while ago to her. I am feeling some better, but my throat is still sore. It clears up completely, and then I go work on the cabin, and they chemtrail us, and then all of a sudden it swells back up. So I mean, I don't know what it is.
And there's 4 Mile Creek Farm. They sent some of the seeds that we gave away at the gathering. So we had a lot of people, and today was the shindig. There was a lot of people in Arkansas today.
Gothic Sugar, yes, I do talk about Muse on Patreon. I have the cabin build over there, and some of the things I hint at on Porch Time, I do cover on Patreon.
He's fixing to get back into it. The last month has been a little.
Slow because we're trying to get the cabin blacked in. We've got company here. I mean, the gathering, all that kind of stuff. But we're fixing to get back online.
All right. So somebody said they just watched a video on tomato virus. How far apart do you space the Amish paste?
I do mine about 3 feet apart. I leave room in between them to plant a basil plant. I do the purple basil and the green basils in between my tomatoes.
Okay, so Hippocrates says, did LS send you a new tractor?
No.
We do have a video coming up.
We have a video coming up later
this week, but it didn't happen.
I haven't got all the stuff in that I've ordered.
Yeah.
So later this week, I should have a video coming up about new equipment and new stuff like that I've ordered. And I've just been, you know how companies are. It just takes time to get stuff in.
Yeah. So, which YouTuber is kin to Danny? That would be the one that says Danny's daughter.
Yeah.
Her name, she uses the name Danny's
daughter. Okay, thanks. I'm planning on setting
Grizz.
aside to support a couple of channels trying to see who all to pick. Why do you plant basil between your tomato plants, Beth says? Because basil is an insect deterrent for the tomatoes. Now, you can also plant carrots under your tomatoes, and they benefit them. But we are using row covers and stuff this year, and we're going to put the basils in between them to kind of help deter the hornworm moth and the aphids and different things that attack tomatoes.
Okay, Sinclair made it, and Prep Studying with Disabilities said she didn't realize how much trouble it was to make a video and upload to YouTube. It's very difficult to start.
It's not everything. You get the hang of it after you get going.
It seems impossible probably now, and like it's taking you a long time. But after you do a few videos, you find little tricks out, and it takes less and less time.
White Picket Fence says, so is that the rule on all tomatoes? It is for me.
Yeah, it's what we do.
It's what we do because there's 2 different kinds of tomatoes. You have determinate and you have indeterminate. Indeterminates are a vining tomato. They can grow 10, 15 feet tall if you got the trellising for them. But determinate tomatoes are basically a bush tomato. The tomatoes will get ripe all within a 1 to 2 week period, and then they're over. And those are the ones you do not pick the sucker sprouts off of.
All right, Busy Little House says, what is your favorite DIY project?
My favorite DIY project? I guess it's going to be building a cabin.
He's been wanting to do this for a long time.
I've been wanting to do this for many years, and it's just now coming to fruition.
And it's going to take us many years to get it done, I'm sure, but we were sitting over there today talking about what we want to do and how we want to do it, and it's just going to be a process, because if you do it like we are, we saved up money, got it blacked in, we're going to work a little at a time, and it's going to be slow.
The busy little house, it took her 2 hours to make a video with the pizza and the kids. All the bloopers in the video took forever. And you know what? I mean, that's part of it, guys. You know, it's just part of it.
Okay, so Linda Camp said she just sent me an email. On Crazy Days, I gave away 3 of these can openers. One is the blue one, which is going to Linda Camp. One is red, and I'm going to have to find who it's going to. And one is purple. Let me find my list, because I had Linda let me know she won. In case some of you have not.
Country Homestead Preacher, yes, I did hear about the new rule. And let's see here.
Let me get to my thing while
I'm trying to keep up with the chat. It just all of a sudden took off real fast.
I know it does that every now and then. I'm looking for my winners. I screenshot everything so I'd have it, but I've taken a lot of pictures. Oh. Okay, well, guess what, people?
Grizz says he's fixing to start a timber frame cabin.
Well, ours is a timber frame.
No, ours is stick frame.
Stick frame. Okay, what's the difference?
There's a lot of difference.
Okay, I don't have the others. Linda Camp was one. You have to go watch Crazy Days, but there's 3 of you that won on Crazy Days. Go check it out for the can openers.
Well, guys, how many years has it been? 6 years now?
Yeah, so what is today?
6 years ago today, Wanda and I technically met for the first time. Now, we talked for 2 weeks before we actually met one another.
Yeah. You want to tell them how we met?
We met on the internet, believe it or not, on Christian Mingle. Now, I want to show y'all, this is the only picture, or one of the only pictures, isn't it, that Wanda had to go on of me. Right here. This is a picture that was took with my former wife. This is my grandson. My daughter's on here. This is her son, Trey, who has his own YouTube channel now. That's how much things have changed.
This is what Danny looked like on the picture on Christian Mingle that I saw.
Yeah, this was taken in
2011.
2011, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Jen could tell us
it's 2010 or 11.
Yes. That is a picture that Wanda actually saw of me whenever, whenever she decided that she might want to send me a message.
All right, go down to number 1.
Okay. Let me get down here to number 1. We're going to show you all a little bit about us.
No, 2013 first.
Okay, let's go to 2013.
I don't know how many of you seen this picture very much, but this is the day Danny and I met. This is kind of what we looked like back then. We were all totally different from what we are now.
Yeah, we look a lot. Oh, I look a lot different. I usually change my looks every so many years anyway. So you never actually know what I'm going to look like.
You're going to look like this from now on. Okay.
So it's 2010, Jennifer said. She said Trey had just turned 1. So I knew we were getting close. I was thinking
it was around 10 or 11. I couldn't remember.
Now, this is Wanda and I at the reception that our church gave for us.
After we married.
After we had married.
And you guys, look at that big bowl. Now, this is long, long, long before I had a candy corn addiction. That bowl in the middle is full of candy corn and peanuts. That was the first time I'd ever had candy corn and peanuts together, was at our reception. And guess what's happening now? I got a candy corn collection.
Haywire, yes, Wanda's hair was short in that picture. She had a very short haircut.
Yes, I did.
And then we have, I keep looking at, this is me and Wanda.
We were probably married
about a year.
Year and a half.
Year and a half. This was a
In the
photo shoot.
springtime, your daughter Carrie took this picture.
Oh, Carrie took this one?
Carrie took this picture,
Okay.
yes. Danny's daughter takes a lot of pictures and stuff too, and this is one that Carrie took when she was here. Yeah. It was in the spring because that crabapple tree was in full bloom.
Mary said, you had more meat on your bones back then, Danny. Yeah, I did. At one point, I weighed 230 pounds.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see here. We're going to move up one more. This is me and Wanda. This was, did Donna shoot this?
This is one our neighbor took.
Yeah, Donna took this. This was after our...
We'd been married a year when Donna took these pictures. We had a whole photo shoot with Donna. She was a neighbor of ours, and she did a whole series of pictures all around the farm. And this was our apple tree, which is beginning to look really rough right now because of woodpeckers and stuff. That's how beautiful it was in 2014, I believe.
Yeah, Jennifer says that she could show a fat picture of me.
That's probably going to be.
She probably could.
Put it up in the gathering place.
Yeah, let everybody see what a fat Danny looks like. Okay, and then this is Wanda and I at my mother's house.
We've probably been married about 3 years.
We've probably been married, yeah, close to 3 years here. This was right before Mom passed away. We actually took this.
Yeah. That was sitting in front of her fireplace.
Give me just a minute here. It takes me a minute to navigate my way through all these things. Let's see here. This was a little later on.
We've probably been married 4 or 5 years. It was 4 at least.
I think about 4 years when we did this.
This was at Christmas time. You can kind of see a little bit of the Christmas tree behind us.
Yeah.
And my hair was just pulled back then. It wasn't short. It was just pulled back.
And I was wearing glasses for one of the few times that I ever wear glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't wear them very often.
Yeah, and then we have, this is Wanda and I on the beach, or if you want to call it the beach, it's the Gulf.
About a year ago.
This is when
BJ
and them was here with us. We all went down to the Gulf
to watch Ashlyn in the background.
To watch the tar balls wash ashore.
Can somebody put a link to the gathering place on Facebook?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here.
One more.
One more. And this is after we had our Deep South Homestead shirts made.
This was this year.
This was this year, yeah.
And the link is in the description. Well, I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, it's Bonfire. I think the link is still in the description. These are put out by Bonfire. You can still get these T-shirts if anybody's interested. They're still there.
Yeah.
Plus our first T-shirts that has Porch Time and Crazy Days. Those T-shirts are still available on Bonfire.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough about us. We're just 6 years
since we met. And we married in July.
We married in July, which was 3 months after we met, actually. It's a long story about me and Wanda. I mean, you know, it's just kind of a crazy thing. Of course, I'm not going to tell it here, but
we do have videos of this.
We have videos of
story.
Yeah. Empty Hammock has one up called the series. What's the name of it? The
Grounded series.
The Grounded series on Empty Hammock's channel
with Danny and Wanda. It's listed.
With Danny and Wanda, yeah.
If you go to our YouTube page, at our home page, it's listed on the front of the very beginning at the bottom. On our page, it's called Grounded Series with Danny and Wanda.
Yeah.
He did probably the absolute best job ever. I don't know why that thing didn't go.
I don't know why it hadn't went a lot more. Well, I guess people just don't know about it. It's what it is.
Yeah. If you have not watched that yet,
it's about Wanda. It's Wanda and Maya's life.
It makes me cry every time I see it.
Wanda cries when she watches it. I laugh about it, but I mean,
no, you don't laugh. You don't ever watch it.
Oh, you don't know what I watch and what I don't watch.
No, he doesn't watch it very often, and I don't. I cry every time. I watch about once or twice a year. And so if you kind of want to know more about Danny and I's story, Empty Hammock did a fabulous job telling it. So it's called Grounded Series.
Yeah.
Amanda and them can probably pick it up and post the link.
They probably can. I've been noticing I don't see any of our moderators here. They must all be sitting back taking a bathroom break or something.
No, they were just there. You just happened to look up when nobody's seeing anything. They're helping out. They're popping things up. See, there's Brenda.
There we go.
Yeah, they're putting the Facebook group.
They're going to get links, is what they're doing.
For Facebook, the gathering place. And if you guys don't know, we are on Facebook called Deep South Homestead Gathering Place. And we also have a Deep South Homestead just page that I post occasionally. And then we are on Patreon. I'm on Instagram as Deep South Homestead, so follow us everywhere.
We're just everywhere. I mean,
occasionally. I'm not like some people now. I don't post on all of them all the time.
Right.
When I think of something, I'll throw it over there. I try to pop into the gathering place a couple of 3 times a day and check out things, and I don't always comment, and I'm not always throwing posts out there, but it's the gathering place is there for you guys to get to know each other, to ask each other questions, and just have a good time.
Well, the thing about it is I don't go over and do all that. So
he does absolutely nothing.
What?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm always working.
Not on
the internet.
Not on social media.
My thing is, I make the videos.
And then he's done.
And I'm done.
Now he will read comments.
I do. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I sit down and I read every comment that is put on our videos. I even go back to our old videos and look for comments and try to figure out and answer any one of them that I can. Some of them may be a week late, some of them may be a month late, some of them may be days late, but I always go back and read all the comments.
Yeah, and even on Patreon, on his tablet, he cannot answer comments. So
yeah, that irritates the fool out of me.
It is hard. He can read the comments, he just cannot answer.
I read every one of them on Patreon.
On Patreon, it's not that we're not paying any attention. It's just that we go over and read them. I have to go back to the computer if I'm going to answer. So if somebody asked anything on Patreon, we will have to, don't think we're not paying any attention. It just takes us a little while. Yeah, Mark said he didn't know how to post links. You would just have to go back to a video and pick up the URL, or if you're looking for like the Facebook group, you can go to the Facebook group and pick up the link. And then you just post it. That's the way you do that. Okay, so this is something I'm planting this week. Most of you have always been picking at me about planting candy corn. Well, guess what? Miss Bernadette from Florida sent me candy corn. It is actually called candy corn. It's a sweet corn. And I'm going to plant it at the cabin. We have the little garden over there.
Yep.
And this week, Danny, if it's not raining too
much.
If
it doesn't rain too much, I'm going to till the ground where we can do it.
And I'm going to plant candy corn. I've already got asparagus going over there. We're going to plant some green beans.
Peppers planted over there.
Yeah, we've already got. Oh, that reminds me. Show the peppers.
Okay.
We have pots with peppers.
This is over at the candy corn cabin here. Uh-oh. There we go. We just got some new pots in, and we got them all filled with dirt, thanks to Adrian and Christopher. We got our compost and our dirt in them, and we have, I think there's about 16 or 18 pepper plants, and I got about 16 or 18 more to go.
Yeah, and so behind it is the sugar cane, and it is up. It looks kind of
that's because the weeds is in it. I haven't plowed it yet.
We're going to plow it soon. And behind it is the potatoes.
Potatoes, which I will show you a picture of. I got to watch. I don't want to let anything. Any progress on the barking dog problem? No. They're
not barking.
They're not barking as bad as they were, but the obnoxious neighbors are still there and the dogs are still there. So yes, they bark today a good bit. So I'm not cutting them any slack on that. This is our Irish potatoes that we had to chop off a while back. Wanda did, and they have come back. And I mean, we plowed them with me and Adrian and Christopher. We got them all plowed, and they look fantastic now. We actually have small potatoes on them, as a matter of fact. Willa Goodall says, where did you get the black pots? They were actually, we have a neighbor that has a cattle farm, And these are the feeder barrels that the minerals come in. And when he gets through with them, he doesn't want them, so he just leaves them at my gate, and I go by and pick them up every so often.
And the pots, what kind of peppers did you plant? A little everything.
I planted the Mucho Nacho peppers. I planted California Wonder bell peppers. I planted the Big Bertha bell peppers.
And you planted some jalapenos?
No, I didn't plant any jalapenos, okay. No cayennes.
How do you deal with bad insects? They are killing my veggies.
We plant through insect cycles, if that makes sense. Insects breed in cycles, and we try to learn them for our area, and we try to plant based on that. But then again, there are times, I'm not going to lie, when we get hit by insects. Last year, the squash bugs got every squash plant that we had. So there are times.
Yeah.
Amanda, no, I haven't seen any women in my potato patch stealing potatoes this year.
I almost did today because he told me there were some potatoes out there about this big. I thought about it really.
Last year I snuck up on Amanda. She was in our garden actually stealing potatoes.
Yes, we did catch her.
We caught her last year red-handed. Actually got it on video.
Actually, there is a video on YouTube showing her stealing our potatoes.
There is a video. You're right, showing Amanda from Freedom Acres stealing our video, our potatoes. Any thoughts on how to keep the cabin cool in the summer? I'm just planning for our next hurricane. Well, we did the high ceilings and we've done the steep pitch of the roof. Mm-hmm. We have a window in the loft, and we planted underneath. We built. We built underneath a bunch of trees where it stays shaded all the time. So, and we're gonna have a porch around over half of it. So we're hoping that through all of that we can keep it cool enough to live in.
And anyway, we put a window up. Well, we're going to be putting a window this week in the loft area so that it can be opened.
Yeah.
We've got several windows downstairs, and we're going to have screen doors on the doors.
Yeah.
And then Danny's been studying a lot on how they kept cool back then.
I have been. I've been reading up on that a lot, watching a lot of videos on how to keep cool, or how our ancestors kept cool, how they wet towels and sheets and hung them in the doorways and let where the wind would blow from and the air would cool off as it come through the houses. And I'm actually looking into swamp coolers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And Broussard, they're in Arkansas at the shindig. Well, after the shindig.
After the shindig. We watched that. I watched a good bit of that today.
And I see Rachel Rumbo and Sherry Pappin popped in. Time to sew.
Amanda just put the stolen potato video up.
Yeah, go watch the stealing potatoes.
Yes.
Okay, so now the tomatoes. This is something Adrian and Christopher helped Danny with this week.
Yeah, we got this is not all of our tomatoes, but we got some of them planted. But
we really didn't do a video. We put a video up with Adrian and Christopher, and at the end, Adrian videoed Danny doing some of this, and I put that video in there. So the end of the video was actually Adrian's that he gave to me to use, but how many, you don't even know how many you've planted yet?
I don't know. There's probably about 30 or 40 of them so far.
Yeah, we still got more to go.
Yeah, Gail, I am very familiar with the swamp cooler. It doesn't work in humid temperatures. I've been doing the research, and that was just one of the things that I did look at.
I don't know if we'll end up.
I doubt we'll end up doing anything like that.
Yeah. And then this is the clover.
This is our red clover that we have growing on our property here. This is a nitrogen fixing plant. We put it around our trees, our berries, and all kinds of stuff. We plant it around blueberries, pecan trees, fruit trees, and we just let it go. And I know the yard will look ragged for quite some time, but once it goes to seed, we will go and take the seeds off, and we'll spread them around in places where we don't have the clover. Our goal is to have the whole property covered in this completely as a nitrogen fixing plant.
And we're going to get there. It's really taken over a lot of the place. We've got a lot going on with it. So,
yeah.
And it's beautiful until it starts turning brown.
Yeah, when it starts turning brown, it's ugly, but
and this is my green stalk. Can y'all even see my planter in there? Isn't this awesome?
That green stalk is working overtime.
If you have a small area, guys, check out the green stalk. It's in our descriptions. I have became an affiliate for them a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna tell you, I love this thing. We have had lettuce, just way more lettuce than I could ever.
We've had more lettuce. We actually had to feed some to the chickens and stuff because we have too much lettuce and too much kale.
Now the kale is starting to slow up. I only put 3 or 4 kale plants in there, I think, and I'm fixing to start taking the kale up and putting strawberries in it. The lettuce is fixing to bolt because it's getting way too hot. The plastic on my little mini greenhouse has got to come off. If you see the carrots in the top, they're already getting close to 10 or 12 inches tall, and they were just drooping a couple of days ago because of the heat. So the plastic comes off as soon as the rain passes, and it's just going to be open, and I'm going to have to see what else we can do. Probably when I put strawberries, the rain shouldn't hurt it from now on, right?
No, it won't hurt it. If people are talking a lot about the red clover. Yeah, you can make red clover tea. You can make red clover jelly. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's actually it has medicinal values to it.
Very good cancer preventative.
Yeah, very good cancer preventative. And guys, if an LCE happens and you have no way to put nitrogen back into the soil. Now we get nitrogen through rainstorms, and it's not actually through the rain, it's through the static electricity that's in the air that actually brings it to the ground through the rain. Then you're going to have some way to get it to chickens or anything like that. And this clover, if you live in a suburb or somewhere like that, this is one of the best nitrogen fixing things that you can get to put in your soil.
Yeah, and somebody's asking about lettuce. There's really no way to preserve it, I guess. Nope. But I don't know if can you make lettuce chips like you do kale chips?
I doubt that seriously.
I've never
because
tried.
The lettuce leaf has so much water in it. Until I doubt you can do it.
I don't know how it would work. They're saying red clover you could dry for hay.
Oh, it makes great hay.
It's the best hay around.
It is the best hay around. I used to get it cut when I lived in the other county next to us here. I had fields of it I would have done.
Yeah, Georgian Garden Girl. Hey, Jamie is asking how the Lorries are doing. Heidi is still in
Florida, as far as I know. Brian and the girls, I see them over doing things around their homestead. We're all so busy that I don't really bother them, and they don't bother us. We all kind of just stay working all the time. So.
Yeah, they had a death in the family last month, so it's kind of been one of those transition things for them.
Yeah, Brian lost his stepmother.
Yeah,
and it's a time you let the family be the family, you know.
Yeah. Mark says, I am getting chickens. Some I am just waiting for a check. Oh, he's fixing to get some chickens, I guess.
Yes, rabbits love clover, deer love clover, turkeys love clover. All animals love clover. You just have to be very careful if you have an animal that has a ruminant stomach like a goat or a cow or something, because they can bloat on it if you're not careful. If you put them on, they eat too much.
Your daughter wants to know, could you vacuum seal the stalks or heads of the lettuce and keep them in the fridge? When I bring some in to eat, I take the bag and I push all the air out, and I can keep it in a Ziploc bag for 3 to 5 days. You're just not going to keep this very, very long at all.
You are very welcome, ISC Ministry. You're a lot like me in a lot of ways about trying to get the message out about what's coming in our future. And anytime I run across someone like you, I will promote you because
they're very.
I've been doing this since 1980.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that there's others out there that have the same mindset.
Yeah, and she's doing a fabulous job.
Doing a fantastic job. I've watched several of her videos, and I'm very well pleased with what she's doing.
Reese said, I just watched the video where you two guys got together, tears falling, such a love story. I told you you'll cry. You can't help it.
Oh, no, I don't cry. So, I mean, it's,
well, you don't cry, but I cry. We wanted to go through something about the vacuum sealing because I have an abundance of lettuce. They wanted to know about.
Oh, they want to know about it. I can't answer that honestly. I don't know if you vacuum seal lettuce if it'll last longer or not. I don't know.
But I mean, getting the air out, it does last longer in the fridge. I just don't know how long.
Everybody's saying they've lost us. Our light's still green. The tower.
Somebody says they're back.
So, okay, the tower's running in there. So
they said YouTube's been doing this all day. Okay.
Well, it's probably because of what we're talking about, but
I think they kind of, and two, we were watching Eyes to See Ministry, and she had messaged us and said that they were doing some weirdness in her videos.
Yeah.
And they can be talking, and then you hear, you know, it makes a weird sound.
Yes.
And you miss a piece of their video. And it's something in the upload between us and YouTube, I think. And two, there's weather around.
There is weather around. It's cloudy here. The wind's blowing. It could be that there's weather moving in, which I know we have weather moving in. We have 2 or 3 more days of heavy rain coming.
Yeah. And, oh, one thing I hadn't mentioned, I thought about.
There's Domingo Mundos. Domingos Mundo. We
have almost reached 65,000 subscribers. We right around 200. So, guys, I'm going to do a giveaway next week sometime when we hit 200. Danny don't know that yet. I didn't tell him that. But I've not mentioned our Dotera in a while because we've been really busy and I kind of forget. But this little thing here holds 8 sample bottles of Dotera. And I'm going to fill it full of 8 different Dotera oils. Let me open it out where you can see. And it's a little mini keychain. So you have 8 different oils to take with you. So next week when we hit 65,000, and there'll probably be some seeds or something goes along with that, some deep south seeds. But I would like to be able to send somebody a keychain with Dotera.
Yeah. Sitting here going. Christy says it's raining there. I wish I could get more planted today. Let's see here. I'm actually looking, guys, because I hate missing anything. And I did miss a few of them going by.
I haven't done a lot of videos I intended to using Dotera.
John says a lot of his subscribed channel listings have disappeared from YouTube.
I heard somebody talking about that today. YouTube sent out a message that since they went to beta, it's not necessarily that you may have lost them. On one of their like beta, you may see one number, and on regular, the old YouTube Creator Studio, you'll see another. It is that when they're switching over, the numbers aren't coinciding. They'll write it shortly. They'll get everything fixed.
How do we deal with squash borers, Vince says? Well, there's a couple of ways, Vince.
Hello, Beaches.
You can either lay a board down beside your squash plants when you plant them, and a lot of times at night the squash bugs will go under them, and you can pick the board up in the morning and actually kill the bugs. Or when you put your little squash plants out, you can wrap tinfoil around the bottom of them. And a lot of times that will keep the squash borers from actually starting in them when they're little. Now, when they get to be big, it's really difficult to stop.
Okay, Mary's asking, do we have any Seminole pumpkin seeds? I do, so I can put some on Etsy. If anybody's interested in the Seminole pumpkins, I can put those on. We usually sell the Cherokee pan pumpkins all the time, but we do have some of the Seminole. So if Danny will remind me in a little bit, I'll try to go put some on.
Mary says, I would love to see you do videos on Dotera.
Well, I have a Dotera order coming in probably first or middle of the week. And I will try to do an unboxing and talk about what I've got and what I've ordered so far and kind of do maybe an unboxing type thing and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing with that. And then I used my I'm gonna tell y'all, I really love Dotera's On Guard cleaner. It's a concentrated cleaner. Um, I was cleaning house yesterday. I made myself just take the time and I cleaned and cleaned. And I use it to clean the bathtubs. I used it in the sinks. I used it in the toilets. I used it in on the floors. I even cleaned carpet with it. I went in there and there was 2 or 3 spots. I just cleaned the spots on the carpet, worked fine and dandy. It's safe. If any child or animal drinks it or gets it for any reason, it will not kill them. It's all safe, 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 and it smells good.
Okay, all these questions. How do you deal with potato bugs? Luckily, and being blessed, we do not have any potato bugs. Hello, Beach family. Can you use 7 on small squash plants? Yes, you can, if you don't mind using chemicals. Mary said she would like some of the Cherokees. We probably.
I think there's still some.
They may still be some on Etsy. That's Deep South Homestead.etsy.com. People are talking about how that they keep getting unsubscribed from things.
Yeah, if you watch at least one video a week of somebody's, it should keep you. But if you don't, you miss a week or two, sometimes they'll unsub you.
And if y'all like good Bible studies, go look over here at Country Homestead Preacher and see they have weekly Bible studies up. Eyes to See Ministry says they're going to look into Dotera. I want the starter kit. Do you have a link in the thing down below?
I have a link in the description below, and if you're interested, just email me and we'll talk. We'll talk on the phone, whatever, because they do have 2 different starter kits, the Family Essentials and, gosh, it just went out the window, Home Essentials. The Family Essentials is small bottles. The Home Essentials is the larger bottles. It's 3 times for the price, plus you get a free diffuser. And right now, before the 15th, you get Deep Blue Rub and the oils.
Mary says that she used Vic Save. Will get rid of the squash borers over time. Higgins said that, I think that's who it was, said that they keep the Deep Blue with them all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's right now, anybody that does a 200 PV order before the 15th gets the Deep Blue Rub and the Deep Blue Oil free. And that's a good deal.
Heidi K says today was a special day for them too. Her and her husband 17 years ago today.
I looked up and the exclamation point or something, and then 17. I thought it said 117.
I know.
I was going, whoa.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get caught up.
Florida Homesteader said they have to go. Well, have a good night.
Yes.
Sinclair says his lightning detector is showing 5 lightning cells in eastern Kansas and Nebraska, 1 cell in western Arkansas. I know where the shindig is. They were expecting a lot of rain, and it didn't rain till later, so I'm not sure if they're getting it now. Because we haven't looked lately.
Ronnie says, Danny, do you know any good home contractors in the Picayune area about to build a house in Carrier? Oh, I've been out of it now for what, 9 years or more. I'm not sure about anybody in that area over there that's a good contractor. I would hate to recommend someone at this point.
Thunder and lightning in central Louisiana.
Marilyn's asking, Mary, how do you use the Vic Save? That would be good too. I would like to know that, because if it works for the squash borers on squash.
Oh, okay. Well, now Amanda had put up, and I've not had time to go research which ones. She can put up the link to the study group that we have on Freedom Essentials. It was talking about gardening and essential oils. There are oils that will help deter some of those bugs. Danny and I are going to be using some of those this year when it starts happening. We hadn't had bugs yet.
Malcolm said they got snow this morning, but it was gone by noon. That's in Maine, I believe, where Malcolm's at.
Okay, Beach Family says they have a contractor friend in Carrier. So Beach, get in touch with, which one was it? I'll remember.
I have so many of them.
Just kind of contact each other back and forth, and you can figure that out.
Food Forest Permaculture. Hello. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where we're at. I keep losing track because this thing
popped in.
Yeah, they've been in for a long time.
Miss Azeline. Y'all, I did my canning class this week, and I had quite a few ladies join me in the canning class. I had a few glitches. YouTube, for some reason, did not post the first part of the canning class. It started in the middle. Actually, the ladies that were live got to see the whole thing as long as they came in live, but when it put it back up, and I left it up until this week so that my ladies could go back and watch. The ones that didn't get to see all of it could watch. And so I do intend to do another canning class. Somebody wants me to do it at night because a lot of people can't, they're working during the day. So maybe in the next few weeks, I'll think about doing a night canning class. Okay. And I'll have Danny to help.
It was Ronnie Dancola. You can go back through the chat, go backwards in the chat, and you can find his name.
Your daughter wanted to attend. That was her birthday. I am sorry, Jen. I can't remember if I told you happy birthday or not. And Danny remembered two or three times.
I remember 2 or 3 times. We were so busy that day because Adrian and them were here. We were trying to keep everybody working, and you were having your canning class, and you told us to stay out of the house. So I wasn't around any computers or anything to say anything with.
And then he goes, the next day or so, he goes, man, I thought about it several times. I don't know that I ever got in to tell Jen happy birthday. So happy birthday, belated happy birthday.
There's Ronnie. Ronnie's back. He said, who is it Beach Family Homestead? He
wants to know. There y'all can get together.
Y'all get together and make this happen.
I'm not sure what we'll can next time. But I've already canned 45 pints of carrots, and we still have carrots in our bed. And I've got carrots in a pot, in 3 different pots out in the front, and then my green stalk has some carrots in it. So we're going to see how.
We still got more to go.
So I do hope to do, a canning class on something different. I'm not sure. Maybe potatoes, but potatoes is ways down the road, isn't it?
We got another, let's see, April, May. We probably got another 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so potatoes might be in time that I could do a canning class in 3 to 4 weeks.
My daughter says this is her last year to celebrate her birthday because she refuses to turn 40 next year.
Well, I'm kind of right there with you because this will be my last year to celebrate because I'll be 59 and I refuse to turn 60. I don't want to think about it.
I won't have a choice, so.
No, it's all right. We'll be good.
Oh, okay.
No, I won't turn. You'll turn 60 next year. I'll turn 60 the year after.
Yeah.
I keep trying to make myself way older.
You keep pushing me over the line. She just keeps telling me, man, you're getting old.
Can you can radishes? I'm growing a lot in Texas. I don't know about radishes.
I don't know about radishes.
I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff you can do with radishes. I think people may, I don't know, do they ferment them? That reminds me, I think I'm going to give away some fermenting tops. What are those things called? I've got the wide mouth and the small ones, and I don't intend to ferment anything. I tried some cabbage, and it was a big flop, and it was growing green stuff, and so I'm not wasting my time.
Yes, we plant our carrots in full sun, and Georgia Garden Girl, I'm so glad you didn't have any cancer. And that I'm sorry your back is hurting, but you need to have more plates put in.
Oh,
Danny
we're down here in Ocean Springs. Okay, so they're in Ocean Springs.
You can roast radishes, I asked to see Ministry says.
And they make good pickles. Wow.
I wonder you can dehydrate them, I bet you.
Yeah.
Probably dehydrate
what would you do with them when you rehydrate them?
You might put them in a soup or something, I guess.
Malcolm says, I don't blame you. Everyone hates old people. I like old people, though. I've always been.
I like old people because I'm fixing to be one of them.
Yeah, but I've always liked old people. I do really good.
Roast radishes in the oven. They taste like potatoes. Oh, well, that's interesting.
All right, so mason tops. Yeah, that's what it's called, I think. I'll probably give away, I've got the wide mouth and the regular mouth ones, and so I was born in 61, yeah.
Kubota Acre says, Danny, you got an upcoming video to go along with your hat? Yes, we talked about it in the beginning of this. It'll probably be sometime this coming week. We had to wait for some equipment to come in that I had ordered. We didn't want to do the video till I have everything here to do it with. So that's what we're holding off for.
Doris says she'll be 60 in September. Well, I'll be, I guess, 58 in September.
I think so, yeah.
My birthday's in September.
No, you'll be 59.
Old people are smart. I like that, Sandy. They're saying they add radishes to soup. Roasted radishes are delicious.
French breakfast radishes.
Yeah, they are a nitrogen fixer. We did plant them out in our potato field.
In our potato field, we did plant them, yeah. And they're still growing.
Do you have any sweet potatoes left to can? No. Amanda and I canned all of them. We had a race, and I canned all of mine back in the fall. Sweet potatoes take an hour and a half to can once you get them up to pressure. So the carrots only took 30 minutes. So I let my class I turned the sound off and left the video going while the pressure canner was going, and then I turned it back on. I mean, we did a lot with it. There was a lot of things you could just skip over because I left a lot of dead space in there after we did the initial class.
Time to Sow said the daikon radishes are really good to eat. Yeah, I think Wanda tried one of them.
They're pretty hot.
Yeah.
We had some in the field that grew, and I tried one, and I like radishes, but that one was a little bit hot. Adrian took a bite, and he decided it was too hot. Satchel Paige quote: "How old would you
be if you didn't know how old you were?"
That's what I like. I don't like thinking about it. I just live till I die. That's it. 68 in September. No.
Pam is in good health, and that's good. Mary said she made out good.
Pints and quarts.
Anyone eat poke salad? I have in the past. It's not one of my favorite things, but I will eat it if I had to.
Yes, we canned a lot of sweet potatoes. We do about, I don't know, did I do close to 100 jars?
Oh, we done probably over 100, yeah.
I use at least 2, if not 3 quarts of sweet potatoes a week. I use them all the time. That's one of Danny's main veggies.
That's one of my main things. I love sweet
the canning competition was on Crazy Days, yes. One day you can't grow beauty like we have in 20 years. It takes time. Embrace it. By the way, I'm 66. That's Frank Stump. Yeah, it takes a long time for us to look good, I'm sure. Sweet potatoes take seconds to eat. Yes.
Yes.
Danny, I can make his sweet potato dessert, and it's in a 9x9 pan. And if it lasts 24 hours, I'm doing good. Sometimes it lasts 2 days.
Yeah, sometimes it lasts a couple of days. It won't even last no time if Amanda's here, because that girl can consume some food now when it comes to eating good old home cooked stuff.
Well,
there's the Wessons from Morton, Mississippi.
We like sweet potatoes just about any way they are done. Sweet potato fries, baked sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Sweet potato casserole. I mean, you name it. But Danny's dessert just takes precedence.
John Hendrickson says you can dehydrate the sweet potatoes and then powder them.
What kind of
sugar do I use? Primarily
cane sugar.
Cane sugar.
I make sure it's cane sugar, but I do have, I don't remember the other one. It's kind of a little bit brown. I bought some of it. I use it occasionally. And then we use our cane syrup in some things. We use honey in some things. And what else?
That's probably it.
All right.
She said, "What? I'm not Miss Piggy." When it comes to good old home cooked, like 4-layer delight, sweet potatoes,
Somebody's being a piggy.
pecan cookies. Yeah.
This one got his 4-layer delight. You've had it a couple of days.
I've had it a couple of days, and I still got some left. So
I guarantee you by tomorrow it will all be gone.
Yeah.
It will all be gone. I will have to give dehydrated sweet potatoes a try. I dehydrated some, and I was reading back in I think it was 1800s, early 1800s, they used sweet potatoes to make their coffee last longer. And I have a video on Crazy Days about this. You dehydrate your sweet potatoes, then you roast the dehydrated sweet potatoes, just lightly brown them or brown them to the consistency of what you would want coffee. Then you grind it up and you mix it with your coffee. You do two spoons of coffee to 1 spoon of sweet potato to make your coffee go longer, because they were having problems with coffee being so expensive and they had to find ways to stretch coffee. So sweet potato makes a good coffee additive, and you can't tell it's in it.
My daughter says, I remember the days when you sat down with a whole tub of ice cream and would eat it. Yes, I did.
He would still do it.
I would still do it if I could. Gail says, rub the sweet potato skin with bacon grease and they stay tender. That's right. I agree. I have a sweet tooth, but so does everyone else we all know. And yes, that would be me.
Yes.
And you know who?
I have a very bad sweet tooth.
Her sweet tooth is worse than mine.
My Kentucky home said the best food they ever dehydrated was watermelon. It tastes like candy.
Yes, it does.
I did some, and it does. It's got the best taste. A good sweet watermelon.
Julia from Georgia says, how do you dehydrate sweet potatoes? You can do it a number of ways. You can cut them in slices.
They need to be very thin.
Doesn't it help to help to parboil them first?
No, I just did them. What I was doing when I did them for, if you were gonna rehydrate them, I guess yes. But doing them for my coffee, I took that slicer we have and sliced them like potato chips, real thin, and dehydrated them really quick. Now I don't know if you're going to be using them for any other purpose. I would say you could do them julienne style, whatever. You want them to dehydrate pretty quick. Yopon will stretch coffee too, yes.
Yes.
And we have plenty of Yopon around here.
Mr. Hendrickson said, peel and dehydrate raw. The powder reconstitutes with water and bakes as a pie.
Yes, that would work. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Rocky Brooks says he's eating ice cream right now. As hot as I am sitting here sweating, the thought of ice cream on my sore throat just really does something to me.
I know you'd love to. How do you dehydrate watermelon? It's mainly water. You slice it not too thin. If it gets too thin, it doesn't dehydrate as well. You want it like, what is that? About like that. What is that?
Probably about half an inch.
Yeah, around half an inch. And lay it on there and it will dehydrate, and it is like candy. It's like eating a piece of watermelon candy. It's really good. And I have an Excalibur. So the Excalibur is really easy to use.
Cooked any Cherokee tan pumpkins lately? No, we still keeping ours.
I checked the ones we have in here. They're all still good, so I'm still hanging on to them. But we're going to do one probably this week or so. We're going to do another one. We just kind of hold them on. So Danny dehydrating water. That's a joke, right? You have to watch it till the end.
You got to watch it till the end. Let's see. Sweet people are talking about the Excaliburs are good. Yes, the Excalibur is probably one of the better ones. Now the Cabela's does sell one that is that runs a very close race, and
it is cheaper, I think. So or at least they run it on sale occasionally, so you might check it out. Hey, Dee, how are you?
The question was asked a while ago. I don't remember who it was that asked it. I just popped back into my head about growing beets. They hadn't had any luck. They're in zone 8B, I believe it was. Beets, every time you plant one beet seed, there's about 5 to 6 beets that come up from that one seed, and you can't thin them by pulling them out. You have to snip them off, actually, to thin them out. Beets require a lot of moisture in the beginning, and they have to grow in cool weather. They don't do well in hot weather. And it gets hot weather, they will actually do like a turnip root. They will actually bust and split and do all kind of things. So it's better to grow them when it's cool and keep plenty of water on them in the beginning. Now, once they start maturing, you can back off on the water.
Yeah, somebody was saying something about your dehydrated water. Yeah, I posted it again in 2 or 3 places for April Fools because he didn't do another April Fools joke. That was he would have to think a little while to top that one.
To top that one, I'd have to think about it. Yeah. Oh. Someone says, how is my LS tractor doing? I actually sold the tractor, so I don't even own it anymore.
We do not have an LS now.
Let's see here.
Ice cream. Somebody, Beach said you need to go to Sonic and get a banana split. If I could talk him into leaving right now, we could head to Sonic and get a banana split. I would love it. He could watch me eat it.
I could watch her eat it. I've all seen Two Family. Hey, there he is. I did see Two Family Homestead. Jumped right in here.
Okay, hello. They're in Arkansas too.
Amanda said, I actually had some caffeine earlier. I'm actually doing 3 things at once.
Yeah, Oldie shared your dehydrated water on April Fools on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, I'm seeing others said they shared it too on Facebook. I think a lot of people got a kick out of that one.
They did. I mean, actually, in the beginning, I actually thought it was going to work. And I think by the end of the video, I proved that it would work. What? She thinks that, well, it did work.
We had somebody.
I boiled every bit of that water, and I mean, it
all boiled out.
Every bit of it boiled out just like it was supposed to.
Yeah, so.
They're saying that M.I. Gardner did a great April Fool's video.
Red Duchess, hello from the shindig.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Dehydrated water we share with Danny Wanda. Yes, on Two Family, we actually passed it through the screen.
We actually passed it through the screen. There's a video out there about Two Family Homestead about us passing Ohio's dehydrated water down to Mississippi.
They rehydrated some water in Ohio.
Yeah. Actually worked out real good.
Can you have frozen banana? He doesn't eat a whole lot of bananas. I do frozen strawberries sometimes, and we have frozen blueberries. And figs. We're out of figs, but I usually make him what I call fig ice cream. It's really not ice cream, but it is a combination that he can eat that's cool.
Yeah. Lafayette Andrews says, what will you do without a tractor? Well, we have a video coming up this week that will explain what we'll do without a tractor.
We won't do without a tractor very much.
Sherry says, Danny, why don't you do a canning class too?
Well, if I do one at night, I'm going to incorporate him into the canning class. Actually, on my canning class, he popped in at the last minute and actually gave a few little tips, right?
I did. I really did.
So probably you'll get Danny and Wanda doing a canning class.
At some point. Andy just popped in.
We're out of figs in the freezer.
In the freezer, not in
the jar.
Not in the jars.
We got lots in the jars.
Yeah.
Homemade popsicles. Basically, that's what I do is I take frozen fruit.
That's basically
and add some honey and a little bit of almond milk to it and blend it up into a smoothie type thing, and he loves it. Hey, out of country or out in the country. That's what it is. Out in the country.
Andy's Tennessee Homestead just dropped in.
Yes. How are you doing? He's been in the hospital, so he made it home.
Yep.
I guess he's still home. Trying to think. Country girl threatened to tape him down to a chair, and I offered to send her some camouflage duct tape if she couldn't make him be still.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we done went over our time. I just happened to look at
I guess he's not being still because Two Family said Andy. So
yeah.
He traveled even though he just got out of the hospital, obviously.
just popped in the gathering page and saw your comments. Daddy was chunky in his first picture.
Oh,
yes.
Lord. I got to go see what she's doing.
Country Homestead Preacher must be Jennifer or Donnie says, Danny, you need to make a book about every vegetable y'all grow. I have 2 books out. I have the Sweet Potato Manual, and I have an English Pea Manual that deals with 2 of the vegetables that we grow. And it's actually
on our Etsy store. D, in my canning class, I mentioned the rubber mat, and 2 or 3 of the ladies says, hey, that's a great idea. So I do believe the rubber bar mat is a must for canning. And D's the one that sent me this one, and I enjoy it. Every time I can, I have my rubber bar mat down. We cooked on the grill today, Beach Family.
Yep, we did. Wanda did.
Yes. We had burgers for lunch on the grill. I love cooking out.
Kubota Acre says, nothing like rain on a metal roof. I'll sleep good tonight. As a matter of fact, I was in the cabin the other day when it was raining, and I almost laid down in the middle of the floor and just went to sleep.
Andy says he's trying to take it easy. I see that.
Brad in Amarillo says, garden tilled yesterday. Time to get started planting next week. We've got some planting next week to do ourselves. We've got most of our stuff planted. We got a few things we haven't planted, though.
Little Goat Feather says, finally caught you live. I love y'all's picture. Yes, that was taken the day we met. That's what the thumbnail is.
Okay.
That's why people are going, hey, look, what is this? Now, Hamiltonville Farm says, Miss Wanda, how come I just found your Crazy Days channel? It's probably because we are not salesmen.
We don't. Yeah.
I forget to mention Crazy Days, and when I do say Crazy Days, people don't realize I'm talking about another channel. I actually have my own channel, and it's called Crazy Days, and it's D-A-Z-E. So people say D-A-Z-E-S. I'm sorry, it's got an S on the end. And so we do have 2 channels out there.
Yeah, we actually got more than 2 channels. But
hey, B lady, she's got the most adorable little grandson she's taking care of.
Yep, she just saw that.
She says she has her hands full, her and Mark taking care of that baby.
Yep.
Let's see.
I think they 2 family took Smudge with them this time. I saw in the video.
Yes, they had the dog. I do remember.
Oh, they said your Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds are gone from Etsy, so we've got to make sure we put some more up.
Okay, so I will put some up, and I will put some Seminole.
Yes, and we did you put the onions over there?
I did put some
Egyptian walking onions.
Yeah,
somebody asked us last week about that, and we got them put up finally. We got some of them put up.
So I only put a few because I'm not sure how many he really wants to sell yet.
Yeah.
We're going to be thinning them out. So
I got to do more thinning.
Okay, so we've been on here for a while.
Yeah, we're fixing to have to get off because we got to, we do have to sleep too. Believe it or not, we sleep every so often. I get a chance to sleep a little bit.
And guys, I just want to remind you before we get off, the Dotera 8-pack of samples will be somebody's. We'll do a video or something, or either if it's closer to next Saturday night, we may just do a giveaway on next Saturday night on the Dotera and see if we can make it to 65,000.
Yeah.
Because we only like a little over 200.
We don't like many. If everybody would start sharing our videos, then we probably could make it.
Yeah. We just don't think to.
We don't.
I don't use social media like everybody else. I can't spend time hitting Facebook and Pinterest and all these. I forget. So my videos do not go over to Facebook very often. And so, guys, if y'all think about it, share our videos because we forget.
Chris, I grow 2 different varieties. I grow the red Lesotas and the name just left my mind. Don't grow old, because when you do, things start slipping your mind.
We do the fingerling potatoes.
We do fingerling potatoes, red Lesota, and the what's the other red? Pontiac.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about a car, but Pontiac.
That's one way to remember it.
Those are the two that we grow, and we have pretty good luck. Now here where we're at, the white ones do not grow well.
Yeah.
So
we did try some.
We tried some, but you get like
we tried the blue ones, and we didn't like the blue ones.
Didn't like the blue ones. You get like 1 or 2 potatoes per plant with the white ones, and we want more than that. So I'm not saying they don't taste good. It's just that we don't get enough to justify the amount of time that we put in them. Now we love the fingerling potatoes. They have a buttery taste.
Oh,
Country Girl is with Andy, of course. She ain't okay.
All right, Beth says, guess what? There is more to life than Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just saying.
That's true.
And so I've been kind of cutting back because I want to be able to spend time with Danny at the cabin, plus doing things here. And so in the last little bit, I've been cutting back on the amount of time I spend on social media. I'm trying to just put it down a little bit. And there was something else that just crossed my mind.
Linda, if you put a comment up, I'm going backwards in it here. It evidently is not in caps because I'm not seeing it. If you make a comment, it has to be done in caps in order for me to catch up with it and to catch my attention.
We can read some of the smaller ones, but if it's in caps, we see it.
And if you will repost it, but you repost it in caps, we're more apt to see it.
Yeah.
And I went back a long way and I did not see it. I could have missed it just going back, but
it's hard to
get all of them.
Yeah. And we had a video this past month. I don't know if any of you've seen it, but I think I posted it over on. I think I did. I can't remember. Anyway, if I didn't, go back and look for secrets to growing tomatoes or secrets to growing awesome tomatoes, something like that. That video for 2 years has just sat there with just a few views. And last month, don't know what happened with YouTube, but today it had 250 something thousand views on it. It just went boom in the last month. Yeah. First time we've ever had a video do that, I guess.
Lou, I did the same thing. I didn't see where she posted anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she didn't, but I didn't see it. I went way back.
Sometimes if you post
if you put too many words, it won't let it come up where we can see it.
Yeah, you'll have to break it down to a smaller something.
Yeah. But anyway, we got to get off. So if y'all have any prayer requests or anything like that, go ahead and put it up because. Guys, there's a lot of things been happening in this country. I talk about it over on Patreon because I feel like I have a little more freedom over there. And it's not looking good for the future for food prices, let me say that.
Somebody says there's a high-pitched sound.
Yeah, that's
the crickets.
That's the crickets and the frogs outside. We have the windows open.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many things going on in this country right now that's just very uneasy. Not just this country, but around the world. There's a lot of things happening with the food supplies and things like that, and it's not good. Okay,
so Nadia says she's been putting coffee grounds in her garden bed, and the squirrels have been staying out. Yeah. Now, I've been putting coffee grounds and eggshells in my herb garden, and I haven't noticed any in it. But I'm not saying they haven't been in there. Homestead Hippie says Coda and I could still use some prayers, and the deserts have been dry again. You got to start praying for some more rain, just not floods. Remember, not floods.
Not hurricanes.
And hurricanes. Beth says we need to pray for Donald Trump for sure. Prayers for safe travels for those who are leaving the shindig. Lou says she loves that sound. Yeah. Donna, I can sleep well with the windows
Donna
open.
says she's having stents and balloons put in this, so I guess in her heart. Prayer for healing, prayer for Starry also. Yes, we found out that Starry says that she has a form of bone cancer.
Yes.
So we've been praying for her also. Guys, the Boss of the Swamp, JC had surgery on the 4th. I haven't actually heard from him to know how he's doing, from Boss of the Swamp, and I'm always concerned about JC because JC is one of my favorites out there. You know?
Yeah, and if y'all haven't seen Boss of the Swamp, check him out.
Yeah. I'm hoping that everything went really well for him.
And Amanda's having surgery.
Amanda's, what does she want people to know?
I don't know, but anyway, pray for Amanda.
Pray for Amanda. She has
wants them to know or not.
I don't think that was something that she wanted talked about.
Anyway, she's
having some surgery in the near future. Let me put it that way. Prayers for Phyllis Stokes. Guys, we all need prayer. Okay, it ain't just individuals. We all need prayer. I want y'all to remember this. Eyes to See Ministries, they need our prayers because they're putting out a lot of good content. And when I find these channels, it's like Adapt 2030, you know, all these different ones, Ice Age Farmer, and when I find these channels like this that's actually trying to do some good and trying to tell the truth and trying to prove what they're talking about, I usually promote those channels. And I don't care how many subs they have. I mean, if they're good, they're good. And that's the way I look at it. Stephanie Alexander says, Jamie from American Homestead. I don't know if Zach, I hadn't heard about Zach and Jamie. Jamie may be having some problems.
No, I haven't seen anything.
They hadn't said anything to us here lately, so I'll have to check that out.
Pray for religious freedom.
Amanda said she'll talk about it on her channel when she's ready. That's what I thought. I didn't want to go there.
Well, I did, so she can get over it. She's going to get prayers anyway.
Okay. We got to, Phyllis is having liver surgery.
Okay.
That's what it is. Okay.
I'm about to burn up.
Jamie has cancer.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Mouth cancer.
Wow.
Oh, my word. I guess I need to talk to him.
Yeah. We have been so into what we're doing, we haven't had time to watch other people's videos. Usually people send us videos, like Starry sent us, something, letting us know what she has. I mean, different ones contact us and tell us where they're at and what's going on. And I just hadn't had a chance to talk with Zach and Jamie, and to know what's going on. I haven't even seen their channel. Kathy said her pain's not getting any better. So, okay, you're getting hot, so I guess I need to get this done. All right, yeah, I'm about to burn up all of a sudden.
Hot flash is kicking in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pray, guys, so we can all get off here and go to bed tonight. Praise the Lord, okay? Father, we come to you tonight. We want to lift up our hands. We want to say, praise be to the Most High God, and Lord, we want to give you all the honor and the glory and the praise for everything that happens in our life. And we want to tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. And Father, we look to hear from you on a daily basis. So we thank you for all that you do for us, each and every one of us on a daily basis. We thank you for the good. We thank you for the bad. We thank you for everything that takes place in our life, because we know that it all works for the good of those who love the Lord. And Father, I want to thank you that you're the kind of God that no prayers are too small and no prayers are too big. You say in Psalms, is my arm so short that I can't give, or my hand so short that I can't give? And Lord, you said that the cattle of 1,000 hills belong to you. So there's nothing out of your reach tonight, Father. And Lord, several of our friends on here tonight, oh my word, has mentioned that they have cancer. And some says they've gotten good reports from their cancer. They don't have it anymore. They're having other procedures done. And Lord, we want to pray for these people who's been diagnosed with these illnesses. Lord, we don't even want to call it cancer. We just want to call it a challenge in their life, Father, and ask that you step in and that you heal their bodies, Lord, supernaturally step in and heal their bodies so that they don't have to deal with this problem. And Lord, if they have to go through any kind of treatments or surgeries or anything, then make it minimal, Father. Make it very minimal, and show them your awesome power tonight. Lord, I want to thank you for for the freedom that I have in this country. I know it's probably in the near future going to be taken away, but at the moment, I want to thank you for the freedom to stand up and to be able to proclaim your name, to be able to talk about the things that's going on in this country while we have the freedom and the platform to do it. Thank you for that. Thank you for the channels out there like Eyes to See Ministries that take a stand, Lord. Adapt 2030, Ice Age Farmer, all these that take a stand. And Lord, they just try to tell the truth and try to tell it like it is. There's no gatekeepers for them. They're wonderful people, Lord, and we want to promote them. And Father, thank you for just being there for us when we pray. There's so many of them here, Lord, tonight that's expressed interest in health issues and problems that they're having in their lives. I know of people that's looking for homesteads. I know people are trying to sell homesteads. I know of Lord, I know of people who's had good reports from going to doctors. I know people who need to see doctors, Lord. Father, I'm just asking for healing for everybody here tonight. And if you have strongholds in their lives, and I pray that they'll be able to overcome these strongholds, Lord, and that they'll be victorious. And Lord, I want to ask tonight that you be with the leaders of our country, especially our president, as he makes hard decisions. I pray that he'll have the wisdom and follow your guidance and your protection behind him now. Lord, there's so many things going on in other countries tonight. I pray for our food supply tonight. I pray for the loss of crops, Lord, that you'll be merciful to us just a little longer so that we can get a little more prepping done before that terrible day comes, Father. Lord, go with us tonight. Help us to all rest safely so that we can rise up tomorrow to do the things that you would have us to do and keep us all strong, keep us healthy. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
And we want to remember our friend Nikki Stanley.
Yes.
She got a report this week that she wasn't expecting, and we want to just pray that everything can be okay with that.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight. We've had a wonderful time with y'all. We look forward to being able to spend many more Saturday nights with y'all. And we pray that y'all will stop by and watch our videos on a regular basis and that you will actually share our videos with others.
If we do not put a video up on a day, just go back and watch something else.
Watch something else. It's probably because we've had to put videos over on Patreon and it's taken our upload time to do that.
Plus, some days I just say, okay, I got to have a break. I'm learning that I have to take breaks somewhat. So I'm doing good. I'm getting better. I'm not as obsessed as I was. And I can say that I have been obsessed at times. So Crazy Days only gets a video every now and then. I've let it kind of go this past month because I just did not have the time. But I'll get back into it, and I've got videos coming up. And so there's Miss Charlotte's rub-a-dub.
Yeah,
and,
I seen her in here earlier.
Guys, just keep all these people in your prayers. They really need it. Keep Danny and I in your prayers. And 6 years ago, I met this guy for the first time. It's crazy to believe 6 years, right?
Yep, there's Dirt Patch Heaven. She just dropped in. She says, "Oh, you're alive." Yeah, we're about to go off, sweetheart.
I got to get with you. I got to find out if she found her homestead.
Yeah.
So, guys, 6 years and we're still going, right?
Yep, still going strong.
We're going to have that cabin and we're going to be able to spend some time in it, right?
Yep.
He's planning on working on this cabin. He's telling me all these little ideas he has.
I do have a lot of ideas.
So.
Okay, guys. We're fixing to jump off here and go see if we can't get some sleep tonight. And y'all do the same. Get you some good rest. We love each and every one of you, and thank you for watching Deep South Homestead.
Thank you, guys. And thank you, moderators. You did a great job.
You did a great job, moderators.